In this video, we'll go through how to place a few different types of families: doors, windows, and components. You'll notice when we drew our walls, we drew them straight through without any openings. In order to add doors and windows, we'll have to add these families. I can go to the Architecture tab and find doors. Alternatively, the hotkey is DR. Notice in my type selector, I have a 36 by 80 inch door. That's the one I'd like to use. I'll hover my mouse somewhere around where I want the front door to be. Notice as my mouse hovers to one side or the other of the wall, the swing direction changes. I can also use spacebar to change that from a right swing to a left swing. I'll go ahead and make that an in-swing right-handed door. I'll click approximately where it needs to be. Windows work essentially the same way. I go to the Architecture tab and find Window, or I can type WN. The first window that comes up isn't the one that I'd like, so in this case I have to use the type selector. I'll choose a double hung window 30 inch by 46 inches. Before I go to place my window, I'll double check to make sure the head height is correct. I can fix it later, but it's nice to do it beforehand. I'll type 6'8" and apply. I hover over the location where I'd like my window to be. Notice it has a direction to it as well. The pane of glass represented by the thin line and the two small squares should be to the exterior side. I'll hover around the exterior side and click. Notice an opening as well as window graphics get created at the same time. The last type of family we'll be working with are components. We've used those before for trees. I'll go ahead and activate that tool, CM for components. Alternatively, you can go to Architecture and find components. This time, just like with doors and windows, I'll use my type selector to find the component that I'm looking for. Depending on the component, it might behave a little bit differently. In general, you typically have to click to place. For my closet shelf, I'll click once. Notice this component has been designed so that it can be of a variable length. I'll click again at the end. This component has also been designed so that I can use my standard modify tools. In this case, I can use my Trim Extend Single. Remember, for the Trim Extend Single, you click your reference first, and then you click the element that you'd like to extend. Not every component is going to work like that, but in this case, it's helpful that it does. As a reminder, in this video, we went through how to add doors and windows, as well as components. I hope this helps.